What is up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to Store Recap, Week 1 and 2. And oh boy, it's a doozy. I somehow was not paying attention and I wrote on August. I wrote on the back of August and I don't know why. I don't know what happened. So I owe you guys an explanation. Ella's on some paper, so if you hear crinkling. I'm going to keep it really short, really sweet, and then we'll get back to the recap. So, I've talked about it briefly, but my grandma is home now. She does need a lot more care than my mom can provide. So, I'm there as, a backup, you know? Bailey, don't do that. My mom's fully capable of helping her and her needs. But I'm just there as, a kind of backup person. So, Thursday night, Friday all day after the flea market, Saturday all day after the flea market, I am there in her house, and then I'm back here Sunday night to Wednesday. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because two major things have happened. This year has just not been the best for us. I crashed my car on Wednesday of 2 weeks ago, I think, when you see this video, which will be the next day. It was my fault. There was nobody injured. Their cars barely got damaged. My car, unfortunately, did get totaled, so no more door dashing. But when I went to the hospital to get checked out, make sure everything was okay, because I took most of the damage, they told my insurance, and insurance tried to charge us $900. And I don't know if you guys know DoorDash, but $900 is not easy to make. So in this state I am in, I don't know if it's every state, but base pay is $250. And then you gotta rely on your customers to give you a good tip. So if you get a no-tip order, they may or may not be a higher base pay, but it's very unlikely. So trying to get $900 a month, it's just, it could be possible, but it's not very likely. So, even if I had a car, I would not be able to DoorDash anymore, so, yeah. But my insurance did try to help the other two cars, and so everything's taken care of, and we're all good now. But that's what's been happening with me, so it's a little crazy. I'm living at two places right now. My mom's basically moved in with my grandma full time. But the numbers are really weird. I don't know if I just didn't get any sales or if they're just not written down, but I can't account for anything for the first week of November. I only have the 8th, which is Saturday. I remember it being slow, but I don't remember not getting anything. So I really don't know what happened here. Lily? Okay, Bailey's doing something in the shower, so if my calculations are correct, I only made $52 the first week of November. That's very weird. Normally, I do a lot better the first week, especially. So again, I don't know if I just didn't have a sale on Sunday or what happened, but from what I could see, it was only $52. Which isn't great, but isn't horrible. So, let's get into it. Guys, I know you miss me, but please. Okay, so this is the first week. We sold a yellow Octo Mini. We sold a purple whale custom. So, they customized the color and the keychain part of it. We sold a pink whale. An axolotl on a swing. We've got one left. I really gotta make more of those. And then we sold back-to-back Ghost Minis. Now, on this week, I had the Ghost and Halloween Minis at $3. So, it was 3 as in 6. And we sold the Fuzzy Pumpkin for $6. That one I probably should have charged more, maybe $10. But it's kind of tiny, so I'm like, And then somebody finally bought a frog and a pumpkin. You know how long I've had those pumpkins? So I gave it to her for $10 instead of $15. We sold a black and yellow bee for $4 and another fuzzy ghost for $3. Now, for this weekend, I did just today. Bailey! I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday, but I think it was Saturday. I made all the minis, like the Halloween minis. I made them $2. Now, I did not have spiders included on that. I have a chalkboard now, which was donated by my mom's boss, and every couple of days I update it. So I've got a big sign saying that all the Halloween's on sale, and then I've got prices, and then I've got spiders not included. Because spiders are stuff that I sell year-round, so yeah. And honestly, I was debating if I even wanted to put the pumpkin stuff on sale. Because, I mean, pumpkin is not... I mean, I know it is seasonal, it is fall, but it's not, like, specifically Halloween, you know? So, a bunch of, like, I only put certain things on sale. Stuff that I just kind of want to, you know, move on. So, and they've been selling. So, I put up signs, but they're not really looking at the signs. But when I tell them, like, hey, this is on sale, they buy it. So, I'm like, okay. Now, you are not going to know what this is because I have, like, a mass recording of videos. Because I'm getting ready for Vlogmas, and I don't know if I'm going to be busy during Vlogmas. I assume I'm going to be crazy busy, because that's the con. And I'm also going to be babysitting Grandma for the first, the last week? The 28th to the 6th. By myself. So, I'm not going to be able to record, so, a little scary. Anyways. So, I made a mock-up of the mini Grinch. You know what? I took it to the store already. Okay, so, it's not the Wonder Buddies. If you remember the Wonder Buddies, it was like a size smaller. So, I bought a pattern pack for the claw machines a while ago. So, I used one of those and I looked at it. And then I used the Wonder Buddy pattern that I knew. And I kind of like merged them into a freestyle, yay big, maybe smaller than my mouse, of a Grinch. And it turned out so cute. I loved it. I'm pretty sure I got a video somewhere. You'll see it eventually. But that guy, so on Friday I did nothing the entire day, which is very common for Fridays. It's very hit or miss. So my booth neighbor across from me, I want to say he took pity on me. Because he did pretty good that day, which is great. And he bought the little Grinch for his wife. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. He also grows bananas in his backyard. And the banana, it was this big. It was so tiny. But it was so cute. I loved it. So I sold that for $6. On a Saturday, I did the math wrong, so I crossed it out, but... And it's really weird. Sunday is typically our busy day. But for me, Saturday was my busiest day, and I'm like, okay. Also on Friday, this may or may not be a factor, but I was running back and forth between my mom's booth to help my grandma. Because she has to come to work with us on Fridays and Sundays. So that might have also been a factor, because she's 2 aisles down and over. Like, I'm towards the end, she's towards the beginning. If I'm really walking fast, maybe 6 minutes. If I'm taking it kind of slow, maybe 8 to 10 minutes. But, yeah. So, that might have also been a factor. But, anyways, Saturday, we also have a lot of requests for penguins. I've been getting asked to make penguins left and right. So, we gotta be making some penguins. I made a list and I forgot it at the flea market. But I took a picture of what I needed, so... yeah. But she was making a hard decision with this one. She was looking at the $15 mini candy corn jumbo mushy boy. And she was looking at the mini Octo. And she's like, which one should I get? Which one should I get? because I don't think I had marked it down at this time. Possibly. Actually, I must have because I only have $5 here. So it would have been $12 and then $4. So I'm like, well, why don't you get the smaller version? Because I had the smaller version. And that way you can get both. I mean, I technically lost money by doing that. Because if she had gotten the bigger one, it would have been $12 versus the $9 she spent. But she was just so happy. And honestly, that's worth more to me than money. And then she actually had this whole, like, bulk was a family. I want to assume it was a family. Maybe they were just friends. So the first one was one of them. And then the other one was a mom and daughter. And she was obsessed with the jumbo penguin. She wanted a smaller one, but of course I don't have those. And I'm like, well, are you going to be back anytime soon? And they're like, no. Which I find weird. Like, everyone that wanted something, I asked them, like, hey, will you be back next week? And they're like, no. Okay. So she got the jumbo penguin for $25, the baby ghost for $2. The baby ghost and the hatching chicken were for her daughter. So the hatching chicken was $15, baby ghost was $2. She got a snowman turtle for $8. I'm writing these down. And the Grinch snuggler, I want to say I sold for $15, but I think honestly it should have been $20. But the big jumbo one, here's the arm to remind you of what it looked like. These have been made for a while. Bailey, could you stop? But that came out to a total of $65. And I'm like, so money has been a little tight lately because of everything going on. So I was tempted to do InstaFee just to get it instantly. But Mom said if you do that over the weekend, you still won't get it until Monday. So PSA, if you do InstaFee on anything over the weekend, you're probably going to be waiting until Monday still. And I'm like, oh, good thing I didn't do that. And then somebody else came around and the cow snuggler sold. Guys, how long has that cow been there? The jumbo one from the brown one? How long has that been there? I even tried to sell her on the smaller one. Like, I held up the baby unicorn, the smaller one, the cuter one. I'm like, I can make this same version of that guy in this size and it will be cuter. She's like, absolutely not. I want this one. I'm like, okay. So, cow snuggler, which was $20. And then she got a chicken nugget for $6. So that was a total of $26. And then we sold a mini candy oh, I forgot I made like miniature candy corn ghost. Yeah, so a mini candy corn ghost for $2. And then guys, you remember the custom order we did with that rubber duck? So it had been like 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay, well, that's my limit. So I put it out on display, and then she had come back, and I'm like, I'm so glad it didn't sell. I would have been so upset. But it sold. She came back and bought it, for $6. And then she actually requested 2 custom black and yellow bee keychains. And she requested that they be made with the metal clips instead of my newer ones. So, yep. And then our last mini pickle sold for $4, which brought us to $112, which is crazy for a Saturday. And then today, we sold okay, so we had a little ghost with a little Santa hat, and we charged him $8. That was the clearance price. We sold a candy corn mushy boy, the smaller one, for $5. We sold a dark blue mushy boy, the regular one, for $8. We sold an itty bitty baby turtle. Our last blue chicken. People haven't been buying chickens lately, but we sold one today for $8. And then this little girl, oh, so sweet. She really wanted to buy something. She only had $5, but she really wanted the jellyfish. And I have the jellyfish at $6, and I'm like, don't even worry about it. Like, you take that jellyfish. She was so happy. Because they hadn't been selling anyways, because I only had 3, so. She was so happy. And that brings our total to $40, and we have $158 for the weekend, which is amazing. And before you guys go, let me show you what I've been working on. Okay, so I want to update you guys on the con prep because I've been recording stuff, but I haven't, like, the videos are going to be way behind, which I personally actually hate, but it is what it is. So next on the list was 2 chiquiritas. Hello? Okay, there we go, 2 chiquiritas. And then I only had, like, that type of yarn out and with me in the living room. And I didn't want to go to bed yet. We go to bed at, like, 9-ish with Grandma at Grandma's house. If you know, you know. So I'm like, well, I don't want to go to bed just yet. So I made an Oogie Boogie. Obviously, it's not finished. I didn't have acrylic yarn at my grandma's. But we're going to cross it off. So the only thing left on the list is the dragon. Now, I brought the dragon to Grandma's, but this is the point where you need to add in the eyes. I really didn't want to go past this point until I had eyes in, and I did not bring the eyes. I left them here, so I didn't even bother, which is why I did the Oogie Boogie. And honestly, I know there's a bunch of debate whether he's green or brown. I have the brown one already, so green is perfect. So the only thing left on the list is that dragon. We got 2 Pikachus, 2 Bulbasaurs, 2 Charmanders, and possibly a No-Face. I had 6 Possums, but I think I'm only gonna bring, I have like 1 already over there, so I think that will be fine. So, I also have 2 Squirtle tails. So I'm like, I might as well just make those 2, but we have 8 items left. So my plan is to finish these and then just focus on the store. It's scary bad. I know I say that a lot. I know I do. But it's bad. I forgot to take inventory today. I'm just realizing. I know we're under 3K. And you all know how I feel about being under 3K. Especially with season. And the problem is now I can't update the inventory while I'm home. Because I don't know if I've already updated it from last week. I'm pretty sure I did. But it's like, yeah. So, like, certain stuff I could take off. But, yeah. I know we're under 3K, and yeah, we really gotta step it up. So we're gonna work on this tonight after my shower. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you Wednesday. I think we're watching Harry Potter 2, but we'll see.